fire away here for Coach Dawkins.
Coach got off to a hot start. I know the guys said if there's one thing maybe you didn't finish as well as you would have liked, how would you assess tonight's performance?
I would agree. I thought we got off to a good start, and that's what we were hoping to do, especially our first game. But then you give them credit. I mean, they're a tough team to cover. They can spread the floor. They have some guys that can really put the ball on the floor and attack you, and they did those things. And so we have to get better in that area. And I thought we had to get better also, rebounding basketball. I thought way too many offensive rebounds for them, and so things that we have to work on. Start of the season, and we had a lot of things to still improve on.
Your team played pretty fast tonight, though.
Yes.
You gotta like that.
No, definitely. That's who we are. That's how we want to play. As you can see, we want to be a tenacious defensive team, all over the place, flying around defensively, and we want to turn that defense into offense. And I thought we showed definitely in spurts, that we can do that very well. Now we need to be able to sustain it, and that's where we hopefully our depth continues to come along, continue to improve, and then so we don't have any drop off.
Your team was up 17 twice. You won by 10. Brandon Mahan only scores 2 points though. What happened tonight with him, and what does it show about your team that you don't need your best scorer to?
Well, I think first with Mahan, I just remember as a player, every so often you have a night like that, in basketball. It's just the way it goes. It just doesn't go in for you. And the good thing about it is, as you just mentioned, the second point is, it's great to have a team that can withstand that. If this was probably last season and Brandon would have a night like that, it becomes very, very difficult for us to get a win. But with the addition of some more players and our guys that are returning have also improved, it gives us a chance to win games when some of your best scorers aren't playing at their best.
Talk a little bit more about the depth. CJ comes off the bench and puts up 12 points.
Exactly. I mean, look, how good is that, having a guy like CJ come off the bench and make the plays he's made. And he's been doing that for us, all preseason. So it's exciting to see his growth and development. And for us, we have a versatile team, so it's tough for me to get really locked in on this starting lineup or that starting lineup, because I know it's going to change from time to time based on who we're playing, based on how our guys are playing on our team. So right now, I've told all of our players, we view a number of our guys as starters, not just the 5 guys out there, because we feel a number of those guys could be in spots like that and contribute for us.
You mentioned first game and all that happening here. You did have a starter with his first game here, the UNLV transfer, Pacquiao. What did you think of his performance?
I thought Pacquiao was dynamic, especially defensively. He really protected our basket, blocked shots, and that's who he's been. And he's been a terrific guy, a rim protector. He can get out and he can move his feet out in the perimeter for a big guy. I think he's been terrific, and he's one of our captains, and that says a lot, because how many times does someone transfer in and is captain that first year? So that says a lot about how, not just how we feel about him, but how his teammates feel about him. He's a heck of a leader.
C.J. Walker, we just talked to him. Obviously, had a great offense tonight. He said during the offseason, he kind of took a deep dive, watched a lot of film of himself last year about when he should shoot it, when he shouldn't, maybe shot selection. What kind of improvement? I know it's just one game from the offensive end. I know he's been known for his defense, but what have you seen during camp?
I've seen him exactly what you said. We had a talk this summer, and it came from, he initiated. He said, Coach, I figured it out. And I'm like, he's always good when a player has that epiphany. So he said, I figured it out. I'm like, okay, what's that? CJ said, I know who I am as a player. And, what you see is him being who he is. He's an energy guy, as you mentioned. He's a heck of a defensive player, rebounder, and he's a capable scorer. But, his shot selection is better than it was last year. Last year, I think he was trying to show that I can be this three-point shooter all the time and play like that. And that's Darren Green. Be the best version of CJ, not the best version of Darren Green. And you'll have more consistent nights. And so, of course, this whole preseason, he's been very consistent because he's been playing within himself. And that's all you can ask from any player.
You talked about energy there. They fed off each other's energy all night.
Absolutely, and that's something we've been doing in the preseason. Guys have been running around, playing hard, making plays, and just really making each other better. Like you said, feeding off of their energy, and that's the thing we have to have. There's no excuse for our team to pace ourselves. Right now we have solid enough depth where there's no reason to go out there and ever pace yourself. You should max yourself out, because we have guys that can come in and sustain that type of energy. And so that's what we've been preaching this preseason, and I think our guys have really been buying into it.
You talk about feeding off energy, but what was it like having some energy actually in the building? Because last year you didn't really have that. Student section was packed to capacity tonight, getting loud. How much do you think the guys enjoy playing in that environment?
When I walked in there, because from last season it was such a tough year. You walk in the arena, it's empty, And basketball's meant to be played in front of people and in front of, in the arena. And so just to see people there, you felt a sense of normalcy again, like, okay, getting back to, normal. And it was great. And our student section was terrific. Like you said, student section was full. They came out and like I said, and I think our guys fed off of it, as you just mentioned before. They fed off of that energy, and that's what you have to have. And we can have a great arena here. I mean, UCF, Addition Plus Arena, it should be a great environment, and we've shown flashes of it. It's time to make that a full-time thing where everybody comes out in the community, everybody comes out on campus, and our guys won't disappoint you. They're going to play, they're going to give you max energy and effort, and that's all you can ask for.
You mentioned shot selection with C.J. Walker. It was also a point of emphasis in practice, as you were talking about last week. How do you think the team did with that tonight?
I thought, I'm still disappointed. I thought we took some ill-advised shots. We want to play fast, but that doesn't mean we want to take tough shots. We have to still, regulate that. And so I'm looking forward to watching tape with the team tomorrow to have that discussion. It's always a good discussion when you're talking shot selection. But I like them confident, but we have to really do a good job of understanding, man, what's a great shot for each one of our players. And we have to keep defining that as we're defining their roles right now. It's still early, still in the process of defining some of these guys' roles. But today we'll take another big step towards that based on some of the things I saw, especially some of the late game shot selection. I thought, we had a 16, 17-point lead, and they're still coming. They're still playing hard. Like, this is college basketball. No one's going to quit. It's going to be 40 minutes. And I thought we kind of aided them by taking a couple quick shots, and I'm like, no, we can't do that. And so we're going to have that discussion tomorrow, and we're going to work at getting better from it.
So that's what you want to see against Miami on Saturday?
I haven't seen Miami play that much, so I'm not sure, who they have really and what they do. I'll start scouting them tonight. But I think for us, our style is our style. This is kind of who we are, and so our guys have really bought into this is how we play. So for us, we're going to go out there and play with great energy. We're going to play with passion on defensive end, and we're going to try to turn our defense into offense.
Ty Freeman had a good night tonight. What did you like about his game?
You know what? Ty was terrific. He came in, for a young player, and he stepped in right away. He got comfortable, and when he got comfortable, he can make a lot of plays for us because he's so versatile. He can guard multiple positions. He can play on the ball. You saw him bring it up and push it. He can be off the ball, catching lobs on the other end. I mean, he can do so many things for your team, and he's a capable three-point shooter. I don't think he made one tonight, but he can also make shots. So he's a really good addition to I think our roster, and I'm just happy to see him here. And I think his best basketball is still ahead of him.
Another guy, Darius, making his UCF debut tonight. Darius Johnson. He played some point, played off the ball. How did he do for a first time?
He didn't play like a freshman.
Yeah.
I thought he really felt comfortable out there. He threw himself into it right away. Made a lot of good plays for us. Really a tough, tenacious defender, as you saw him getting on the floor and scrapping for balls. And he found some guys in transition very well. He initiated a lot of the plays in transition, passing ahead, a lot of plays. And so, we have to have that from him. He's very dynamic.
He does look like B.J. Taylor from the back.
Right,
His legs, I mean,
that's what I was saying. Kind of reminds me of B.J., and that wasn't a bad thing.
You face Miami on Saturday, obviously, they're beatable, I think, but what does a win over your in-state team like that do for you guys and this program?
Well, for us, it's just all about, the next opponent in front of us. I mean, it's Miami, and we have to prepare for them. I don't think, in-state rivalry and all those things are good, but the main thing is, we just got to keep trying to build momentum, and they're our next game on the road. It's going to be a hotly contested ball game, and we have to be prepared for it. But like I said, I haven't seen them play, so I don't know who they have. I just know we need to come out and continue to be who we've been, and that's like I said, tenacious defensive team, and playing with great pace, which is what we did tonight.
Generally speaking, though, with a team that's bringing back so many veteran guys and a lot of experience, your first road game is there a challenge in there? Or?
It definitely will be. All road games are challenging, and the thing that we have is, for some of our younger players, they're going to have to make some adjustments to being on the road for the first time, and so that's expected. But, preparation now, because now you're on the road, so your prep becomes different. You're sleeping in a different bed. So all those things are kind of built in, when you're on the road, that you have to kind of make adjustments to. And as you mentioned, the older you get, the more experience you have in it, the easier that is for you. But for our guys, being this is the first road trip this year, we got to, be prepared for our guys, understanding that, we have to be smart about how we prepare, how we rest tonight, tomorrow, even leading up to the game. We have to be smart about how we, you know, how we take care of our bodies. But I know it's going to be a tough ball game down there, and I know our guys will be excited to compete.
Tony didn't get in. He's fine.
Yeah, Tony's healthy. He's fine. Yeah, so he's fine. And like I say, right now, guys are just, you know, when opportunities present, you know, guys get in and work hard and take advantage of their minutes. That's kind of where we are. But yeah, he's healthy, which is great, and I think he'll be fine.
All good, guys?
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.